We are a few episodes into this season, and wow, does it kick off with a bang. I mean, what was your mentality kind of going into this season after, obviously a very rough season last season? So how are you kind of shifting your mindset going into this season?
Well, one thing that was important to me after last season was to come to a certain understanding with cast members because so many of the girls felt the tension between Alexis and I and Tamara and I didn't want to put that on them again this year. So it was important that Tamara and I came to a place where we could, at least coexist with the group.
Do you feel like you did that?
I do. I do feel like I did that. Yeah. And, and that's good. Well, I wanted, we have some fun even together this season. So that's always a good thing.
Did the two of you, I know you can't exactly spoil what happens, but do the two of you have a heart-to-heart this season? Do you come to some sort of understanding of where you are at this time in your lives?
And I feel, I don't know if this is a cruel or unkind thing for me to say, but, and I said it a lot this season, I am happy that I'm at a place with Tamara where we can have a conversation. Although today, I don't know if that's the answer anymore. But I have no desire to go back to the close friendship that we had because it wasn't healthy for me. And that's what I'm focusing on right now in my life is making, choosing the healthiest path. So that's just where I need for myself, where I need things to be.
Mm-hmm. Why did you say maybe not today? Did I miss something? Did something happen?
Oh, well, I mean, I thought that we were kind of in that spot, but she did some press for the premiere of the show and said some things that were unkind to me. Okay. So it is what it is. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
So nothing new.
Sure. Did you feel like you were just kind of over that cat and mouse game at this point?
I should expect it at this point. So, we will meet at the reunion.
Yes, but for now you're fine with you, like you said, just coexisting and being in the same spot. Did you see any growth from her this season? She's obviously started therapy and, she had a lot of ups and downs this season. There was reported that she decided to take a step back from the show for a little bit. And, how were you kind of there for her? And did you notice any changes in her this season?
I noticed that she's going to therapy and, I wish her well on that journey for her. And I'll just leave it there. It's not my place to comment on her mental health because we haven't been close for the last couple of years. So, I wish for everyone that they, especially if they're committed to take on therapy, that it works well for them.
Yeah. So the Trace Amigas, safe to say, probably never happen again.
At this point, no, I don't think so. Yeah. Which is a sad thing. Because we were tight, the three of us, and we had a lot of fun. There was a lot of good chemistry there.
Yeah, you and Vicky still good friends?
I just spoke to her the other day. Yes, we talk all the time.
That's great. That's great. When you heard that Alexis wasn't coming back this season, what was your automatic reaction to that?
Well, I was happy about it. But I am asked about them, and I really have nothing to say anymore about them, and I've moved on with my life, and I'm certainly glad about that. And, no need to talk about them anymore.
Sure. Yeah. Is it frustrating though, that they still talk about you sometimes?
Well, they say that I do. So it's just this back and forth. If they need to talk about me, then they can go ahead.
Yeah. In the past, and you are moving on in the future. I love to see you dating this season. I love the Love Hotel guys sprinkling in here and there.
Okay. But by the way, those are fun dates. There's no, Adam and I are very good friends and Phil and I are good friends. In fact, I was texting with Phil last night, but no romance there. Just, a nice, good, fun male friend to spend time with.
I love that. Are you seriously dating at all now? Or like you said, you love to kiss, but are you looking for anything serious right now?
I'm not. And I think I said it at the beginning of the season. I want to, for once, just focus on maybe things I want to do without having that relationship to kind of help guide things. I want to, work on myself and be with myself and see where that takes me a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have a good experience on Love Hotel? I know things didn't work out with Earl, but would you do something like that ever again?
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And the friendships that I have forged after being on the show are amazing. I
Mhm.
keep in touch with so many of them, and the girls especially. We just have our little Love Hotel sorority, if you want to call it that. And yeah, it was super fun. But it was hard because I did try with one person and it didn't work. And watching it back, I was a little bit emotional about it because I did care about that person at the time. And you go back to then. So I decided to make myself vulnerable with this one person, and it clearly wasn't the right choice for me.
Yeah. Do the two of you still speak at all? After you kind of tried to make it? No, not at all. No, it didn't end
That's
on the best
okay.
of terms, and that's
That's
okay.
okay. No, I wish him well.
Yeah. I'll leave it at that. But we did see Phil. He accompanied you to Heather Dubrow's birthday party. Well, how did Phil feel about seeing all this go down?
Well, I mean, he's so supportive and super sweet. I told him that there was an issue with one of the girls, and he just went with the flow. The girls really liked him a lot. Like they said Phil was their favorite of meeting
Mhm.
people this year. So very kind. It was very funny though. I was wearing these very high shoes with a strap, and I couldn't get one of the straps done. So I said, I'll just put it on in the car. Well, it must have fallen off. So when I got out, couldn't attach my shoe. So we put a black zip tie on it. So that's how I'm dressed at the party. That's a little tidbit.
A little behind the scenes
Yeah.
action. You
Mhm.
started this season on a path of healing with all the women, on the retreat and things like that. And obviously things quickly took a turn with Katie. Did you
Right.
ever imagine this type of betrayal from her?
You know, for what happened with me, absolutely not. No. I was very, very shocked. And it's just an odd thing that she did. I mean, it's an unlawful thing that she did in the state of California. But that's where the drama is very different this season. It just comes out of nowhere, and you're like, what is that really happening? It's just very unique. But I was trying to help her and give her advice so that she could make things okay with everyone. And the fact that this is the bottom line. There is no positive explanation or positive intention when you secretly record someone. There isn't. Only bad intent. So
Mhm.
how do you go back from that?
Now that you've had some time to sit with this for a bit and think about it, what do you think her intent was when she recorded this?
To have evidence to potentially hurt me. She played it for Alexis Bellino.
Yeah.
So that when I was in active litigation with her fiance, that's not positive.
You said that obviously this is illegal in the state of California. Did you
Mhm.
think about taking legal action against her?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna do that. It takes so much out of you to do something like that. But it crossed a line, and I felt very violated. And I'll tell you, I don't like that some people are trying to focus on my behavior that day. It's a day where we take cast photographs, and it was right after we got back from London. And if you recall, I flew home by myself. I had been through a lot last season, and I put myself there. I'm the one that got the DUI. I'm the one that dated John. I put myself in that tough place. But after London, I was spent, and it was a hard time for me. So
Sure.
the fact that she would even try and highlight that, knowing what I had been through, and she was supportive of me in London.
Mhm.
I don't get it. In
Yeah,
11
I mean,
years.
you said that she's worse than Tamara. You said that she's worse than Alexis. Is she still above that for you?
Well, I think you might see me very soon say maybe they're equal. So,
They're on equal playing field right now.
yeah.
Hey, you were in the moment. You were in the heat of the moment. I get it. I get it. Do you feel like, and I don't know if you can answer this, that she should have been let go from the show after something like this, after being so violated? And do you think that there is a path forward for her on the show now?
You know what? That is remains to be seen. And I'm not involved in any of that. I you know, ethically what she did it's wrong, and legally what she did is wrong. So,
Mhm.
I don't know what happens in situations like that. And all I can say is this isn't the last thing that Katie does.
Mm. Does she have anybody on her side right now? I know Jen was kind of still, riding hard for her, but I mean, if all the evidence is there, is there anybody that's really taking Katie's side at the moment?
I think that everyone is just confused and
Mm.
bewildered as to why these very weird things keep happening that stem from her.
The reunion is so far, probably, obviously a few weeks away, but when you do sit down and talk to her, what's that one thing that you kind of want to get off your chest, or one thing that you want to have an answer to that you didn't get over the course of this season?
I don't, that's the thing. I don't know that I will get an
Mm.
answer because she already qualified her apology, and it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
Christine, because there is no explanation to
Mhm.
put this away. There's nothing positive. There's no like the intention is to do something hurtful.
Yeah.
So TBD, we will see.
TBD, we will see. Can you give us a little hint about who shows up to this party with Tamra? Because we see like this blurred face coming through, and I
Oh,
tried to look up who was coming, and I couldn't find it.
well, yeah, I was a little shocked. I was quite shocked at
Okay.
who she brought with her, but I can't give it away.
Blast from the
Yeah,
past, maybe.
maybe.
Maybe. Well, speaking of blast from the past, what was your reaction when you found out that Gretchen was coming back?
I was excited because I've never had the opportunity to film with her.
Mhm.
And I didn't know her well at all because she and Tamara didn't get along. So I wasn't gonna, start a friendship with Gretchen. So it's been nice. I think she is a great addition to the show. I think she brings a lot. I think it's fun for the viewers to see that she and Slade, despite all the criticism over the years of their relationship, that they're 16 years in, they're happy, they have a beautiful daughter. And I'm happy for them, and I'm happy she's on the show.
Yeah. Was it interesting to see her dynamic with Tamra since you never got to
Yes.
witness that filming?
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly some deep-seated hurt on both sides that's been there for a long time.
Mhm.
I think Tamara said, like, you've been talking about me for however many years, but what happens when you are on a podcast or you're interviewed, when there is that history of having an issue with Tamara, it's going to be the first question,
Mhm.
that people ask her. So, a lot of times when we're asked questions and then people say, oh, you can't stop talking about me. Well, we're just answering the question. So,
Yeah. Yeah, right.
but there's definitely deep-seated like emotion with both.
Mhm. Do you ever see a resolution between the two of them?
It's possible.
Possible. How does Vicky feel about Gretchen being back?
I think no, she's happy for her.
She's happy
She
for
is.
her.
She is.
Yeah.
I
Will we
wish
see her?
I wish Vicky was still on the show because
I know,
she's
me too.
just a kick. She's a kick.
Does she want to come back? Like, does she still have those conversations?
I don't know. We
Yeah.
don't talk about it much because I can see how that would be difficult. I mean, she was on the first Housewife franchise, and now she's not on the show anymore. So
Yeah.
I think it would be hard for anyone.
Sure. Compared to last season, how difficult was this season for you on like maybe a scale of 1 to 10?
Like, here's last season, here's this season. Like, I mean, it couldn't be any worse, so it had to be better. And what I like about this season is I had the opportunity to be silly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
So
Do you feel like you're at a really good point in your life right now? And
oh yeah, I know that I am. And so, and I'm doing it by myself, which is like an added bonus for me of, whether you are in a relationship or not, you're going to be fine. You're going to be happy and good.
definitely. And I can't wait for all the fun adventures that we have coming up this season too. There's so many trips. What can you kind of tease
Yes.
about that?
Well, I'll say one of our trips is Amsterdam. and certain things are legal there that I have not tried, and I might have tried them.
I cannot wait to see Shannon Beador coming in on what some of these illegal or legal substances. And how are the girls doing? Are they doing good?
They are great, and I love coming back here to New York because 2 of the 3 are here, and the twins are about to start their junior year, and so we just had our 1-year mark at our job, so I'm proud of all of them.